Tory Lanez is currently recovering after being stabbed in prison. The attack occurred after the New York Post made contact with Megan Thee Stallion's team regarding the op-ed that I was working on with them, and Lanez was then stabbed days later. But his representatives claims that Megan's best friend, ex-best friend, Kelsey Harris, is the one responsible for the shooting. Now, I've been looking into this case for almost 6 months now. I immediately learned that George Gascon, the George Soros-funded prosecutor, railroaded Tory Lanez. And I've been actively working on a story. And this has been something that has been quite a movement. I did a petition with the Caldwell Institute for Public Safety at caldwellinstitute.org, where artists like Drake has encouraged his more than 140 million followers to sign this petition. We put it up on Wednesday. We're at almost 300,000 signatures today that advocate for the governor of California to intervene on this and pardon him, because I believe he was really railroaded. The artist known as Tory Lanez is currently recovering after being stabbed in prison.
Yes, and then I also want to add to this, gentleman. So, U.S. representative for Florida. Is she from, yeah, she's from. I think she's from Florida, and she's put on X, Twitter X, of saying talk to Gavin Newsom to pardon Tory Lanez, because finding out what the security guard said that Kelsey was the one who shot Megan Thee Stallion. So I'm gonna add that. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
And now if I can understand this too as well, I heard that Drake also signed a petition to also get Tory Lanez out as well. So Tory Lanez looks like there's a lot of people on your side. A lot of people believe that you are falsely convicted and they want you out of prison as soon as possible. Especially they know now, a lot of prisoners know now that they're able to get to you. To me, I think he need to go by himself in somewhere like ICU or something. That he got to be in some type of protection. If not, Tory Lanez could have been deleted, guys. You understand? Mm-hmm. It could have been really, really bad. 14 stab wounds. God spared that man's life, bro. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Megan's career is over. The narrative that y'all was painting last couple years, where black men didn't protect black women, that's over with. Let's stop talking. New evidence is out. Somebody said he didn't do nothing. Let's have a conversation. Is black women protecting black men, or they're railroading us? Answer that question. He's in prison for something he didn't do. Now, mind you, I'm not a stupid person. I know they put him in prison for possession of a firearm. I think that's what he was convicted for. That's what they gave him 10 years. But if he didn't have the pistol and his fingerprints ain't on there, help me understand something. You're a hypocrite. Y'all hypocrites. I'm talking about you Megan fans. Y'all disgust me. Let that soak in.
And it's sinking in, Hakeem. I hope it's sinking into these Megan fans. But yeah, man, just learning more information. I just feel like this has been the right week for Tory Lanez. Even though we found out at first, he was stabbed. Now, a couple days later, we found out it was Kelsey shot the gun, and now we're getting more information that when it comes to George Gascon, which I have voted for him to be a district attorney, and but he's not anymore because he lost a re-election about 2 years ago. So we have a new district attorney. The new district attorney from, I think it started last year, I believe, because he was there at the time with the Tory Lanez situation. So yeah, so for him to be kind of kind of railroaded this situation, meaning that that he of the prosecution of LA Justice is giving him the max and everything, because he may be just a rapper and kind of believe all women in the ways as well. It's just it just shows that we in society when it comes to if a man was there in a shooting situation, and then Megan Thee Stallion said, hey, Tory Lanez shot me, automatically we believe the woman. We don't believe the man and everything, because we don't, even though we don't have any physical evidence, no video and everything, when a woman says something, we automatically got to believe her. And now we'll be seeing this stuff with Tory Lanez and everything. We're seeing all this stuff coming out, and to me, he needs to be out immediately. Hopefully, Governor Newsom could do it. I'm thinking he might do it before he's done with being a governor next year. But if he could do it earlier than that, this will be a big day for Tory Lanez. He's still gonna get deported, right? Hakeem? When he gets right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
He's still going to be deported.
He's still gonna be deported and everything, but I just want to see a free man who we see evidence right now to be something that he didn't do, just to be free and do what he needs to do, be there with his family.